Hi guys, my name is Amber, and for today's video I wanted to do my most anticipated reads for the second half of the year. So just getting straight into it, I'm going to be looking at my phone for the list because, I don't have everything memorized, So the first book we have here is Star Daughter by Shevta. I'm not going to even try the last name, but it comes out August 11th, 2020. And I'll have all the pictures of the books here for your viewing pleasure because they're usually beautiful. So this book is about Sheetal, and she is the daughter of a star and a mortal, and she lives on Earth with her father. And one day her powers just come up and she accidentally harms her father, so he's in the hospital, and the only way to heal him is with a full star. Like, she's half star, I guess, so she needs a full star. So she has to go up into the sky, I guess, into the space or whatever, and she has to go to this championship and fight, I'm guessing, to find a way to heal her father. And if she doesn't win, she'll probably end up stuck up there and never be able to go up to Earth or back down to Earth. So sounds intense, sounds good, and again, just that cover is beautiful. So there's that. So the next book I don't really know much about, but Olivia Reads a Latte, she's like one of my favorite YouTubers. She suggested it, so, and the way she talks about it sounds really good. So it's called Where Dreams Descend, and there's that, and it's by Janella Angeles, and it's coming out August 25th, 2020. And all I remember is her comparing it to The Greatest Showman, and she was like, it gives me Zac Efron and like Zendaya vibes. Like, there's a couple in here, I guess, and I love them, so I love that. So yeah, it sounds really interesting, and I think there's like some kind of competition with like magicians, and it just sounds really interesting. So don't know much about it, but Olivia Reads a Latte said she really likes it, so I want to read it. So the next book I have is a sequel to another book called American Royals by Katharine McGee, but the second book is called Majesty, and it is coming out September 1st. And so obviously I can't really talk about what this book is about if you haven't read it before, but the first book, American Royals, is really good. It's about America, but what if George Washington had become the president, had become king instead. So like there's royalty now, and so now we're into present day, and we have Princess Beatrice, and it is her life, her family, and it's just super interesting. It's like the drama of like rich royalty, literally, which I can't relate to at all, but it is super fun to read about, and yeah, I'm excited for the second book. Then we have another sequel, Blood and Honey by Shelby Mahurin, which is coming out September 1st as well, and it is the second book in the Serpent and Dove series, and the first book being Serpent and Dove, and that is just about a forced kind of marriage that happens between a witch and basically like a guy who like hates witches, and he's like on this guard army thingy that like sets out to literally kill witches, but she's really good at hiding that she's a witch. So they end up getting in a forced marriage. So it is hate to love, and it is just really good. Don't know what else to say about that except for read it because hate to love is awesome. Then we have another book in a series, the Tea Dragon Society series. We got the third book, which I'm really excited for, which is coming out on September 1st as well. And the third book is called The Tea Dragon Tapestry, but also just look at that cover. It is beautiful. The first book is about, or like the whole series in general is literally about what the title says, tea dragons, and kind of it just goes into about them, their history. There's like a story with this girl. There's like different stories, because like the first one is about this girl who discovers it and like realizes that it's a thing. I don't even know if I'm like talking about it right, but like she discovers it, but she didn't discover it, but like she finds out about it, and like really nobody knows about it, and the she just falls in love with the world and everything. And yeah, I don't think I explained that right at all. Should I be a booktuber? Probably not, but you know what, as long as I like reading, it's okay. So the next book is a really common book that I think a lot of people are excited for. It is called The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab, and it is coming out October 6, 2020. And so this book is about a woman, Addie LaRue. She makes a deal where she can live forever, basically, but the trick to the deal is that everyone she ever meets, like, forgets her. So yeah, it just goes through her life over, like, a long period of time of her, like, meeting people and then forgetting about her. But then, well, somebody doesn't forget her. Like, it says after nearly 300 years of her being forgotten by people, all of a sudden this guy remembers her. So sounds juicy. I'm super excited. And yeah. Alright, so the next book is called A Cuban Girl's Guide to Tea and Tomorrow by Laura Taylor Namey, and this comes out October 6, 2020. So I haven't really heard anyone talking about this. I don't even remember how I found out about this, but it is about this girl named Lila Reyes, and so she's just living her best life, getting excited to inherit her family's bakery, and then all of a sudden between like right when she's like graduating, springtime, you know, around that time, her grandma dies, her best friend abandons her, and then her boyfriend that she was dating for forever just dumps her. So she's just like, you know, she's living not her best life anymore. I don't even know. And so her parents are scared that, you know, for her mental health, they're like, bruh, she's gone through a lot right now, so you know what, we're gonna send her away, that'll help. Anyways, so they send her away. They have some family in Winchester, England, and so they send her there, and you know, she's all mad about it. She's like, bruh, this is gonna be the worst summer ever. And then she ends up meeting a guy. So at first they bump heads, but then they start becoming friends, and then I think from there they like, so I think it's like from friends to love, if that's what the trope is called. I don't think it is. That doesn't sound right. But they go from being friends, I think, to like falling in love, and that sounds really cute. And I don't really read many books of like friends to lovers. Oh, that's what it's called. Friends to lovers. I don't read many with that. Usually I read hate to love. So I'm excited to read something new with a new trope like that, because I really usually always read hate to love. And the last book I have to mention is How the King of Elham Learned to Hate Stories, which is like a prequel kind of book, I'm thinking. No, it's, I don't know, but it's like a half book kind of thing. It's like an in-between kind of book that is not one of the main books. And yeah, it's by Holly Black. It's coming out November 24th, 2020. And so this just kind of goes into the mind of Carden, which I'm really excited about. He goes deeper into his life, and we get to learn more about him and see his perspective and some of the really like big important parts of the 3 books in the Folk of the Air series, where usually we would be like in Jude's perspective. Now we get to see Carden's perspective, and I'm really excited about that. But yeah, that's the last book I have to mention. Not many. I feel like I'm missing a lot, and I'm gonna probably add way more as the year goes on, because we're literally at the halfway point. But those are just some of the books that I'm really excited for. I hope I gave you guys some good suggestions, or you can start some new series, because I like said a few sequels. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment down below this emoji. Yeah, do that. Just to say that you watched to the end of this video, and I can know, and I can be like, wow, people actually watched to the end of my videos. But yeah, bye.